Hello everyone. So this video is going to be an explanation of why I haven't jumped on the bandwagon of describing the thought processes of social justice warriors as being cancer. And the reason why I bring up this topic is because some of my close friends didn't know that I was not going to be using that word to describe those things. A couple weeks ago, Liz Reptile, a friend of mine here on YouTube, she sent me a link to a new t-shirt of hers that said, "Icon, I'm cancer on the net." And that was her new t-shirt, and she was trying to get people to support her by purchasing her shirt and wearing it. And I would have no problem purchasing something from another YouTuber. I have a lot of books by other YouTubers. But I'm not going to be wearing something that says "I'm cancer on the net." And in order to explain my feelings about using cancer in this way, I'm going to have to tell you about the backstory of me on YouTube. Not just on this channel that you're seeing me on right now, but the other channels that I've had previous to this one. Okay, so my first YouTube channel, it didn't have anything original on it. It was just re-uploads of music videos by like Def Leppard, Poison, and Rat. Things from my childhood, and things that I'm a little embarrassed of now. But I just happened to have them on the hard drive that I had at work, and I was just testing out YouTube. And this was back in 2005 when I uploaded these things. And I used my work email in order to create that channel. And I was basically just trying it out with coworkers in the electronics calibration lab that I was working in. And when I quit that job, I lost access to the email that account was based on. And when I forgot the password, I could not reset the channel to a different email or anything, because I didn't have access to the original email it was created from. So when I finally decided to create something that was an original thing, and I wanted to upload it to YouTube, because I had a need, I had to start a new channel. And I was a little miffed that I had to have a different joined date, because back in the day that actually meant something. It was a status symbol if you joined in 2005 rather than 2007. But I started my new channel, and I worked for a while on a video for my late sister, Deb. She died of lymphoma, and it took me a very long time to complete this video. Right, and this was the first video I worked on, but during the time that I was working on the tribute to Deb, I moved from Wisconsin to Louisiana in 2008. And when I moved, another one of my family members, my cousin Verbie, died of liver cancer. And it was a very nasty way to go. I'm not going to go into the gory details, but both instances really affected me. But I was actually able to finish a tribute to Verbie, using what I learned by trying to make a tribute to my sister Deb. I made that before I actually finished my tribute to my sister Deb, because it was easier to do, because basically every 5 pictures that I would add to this, basically just a slideshow that I put in chronological order, every 5 pictures I would look at of my sister Deb, I would just break down crying. I was bawling. And when I finally started testing the play of the videos to see like all of the different transitions, it was something that I couldn't take that much of. I'd do it for about 30 minutes, and then I'd have to stop doing it for a couple days. and then go back to it. So finally, I finished the tribute to my sister Deb. Now, when Google decided to acquire YouTube and everything, they started paying attention to copyrighted content, and the songs that I put on the original tribute to Deb, they were things like Boys to Men, like songs that she liked, and things that were played at her funeral and her wake. So they got Audioswapped. And what that is one day you log on to your channel and you see this message that says, your video doesn't have any audio right now because you used some copyrighted content, but you can pick one of these standard songs that we have that could, fill in for the audio that you had before. And all of the selections were crap, right? But I picked one that was a little somber. And, yeah. 2 years after that, YouTube made it so that if you used copyrighted content, then ads would play on your video, and the revenue would go to the artist, and they weren't automatically audio swapping people. So I re-uploaded the original with copyrighted music version of my tribute to my sister Deb, in order for people to be able to hear the songs that I originally intended. But the original video that got audio swapped, the first upload, I left that up just for like the view count and just for posterity, I guess. And over the next couple of years on YouTube, I was leaving comments on different people's videos, and I started getting into the Great Debate community before it was known as that. That's a whole other story. But through my friend Alan, and then we decided to make a different channel together. That was Casper's Tube, and that was YouTube-cited by him because he was going through an emotional time, and he decided to start being self-destructive. And that's when I decided to make this channel. But the big takeaway from me telling you all of that is the very first videos that I uploaded to YouTube in order to be a part of this community were about cancer and how it had affected my family's lives, and how it had taken away from us. And recently I had to take that entire channel that I made in 2007 and set it to private very quickly because someone in my family was going through a custody battle and was afraid that some of the videos that I uploaded on what is my family channel might be taken out of context and twisted. And now that we have people on YouTube that are being stalked by trolls for child abuse and whatnot, when you have someone who's like actively looking for instances of child abuse, they can turn anything into it. I mean, I have a video of some kids in my family on roller coasters or shooting Roman candles, in a way that you might not want kids to hold Roman candles. If you're trying to make an argument that somebody else is a bad parent, look, they let them hold Roman candles without a parent also having a hand on the stick, stuff like that. So I had to private that whole channel. But so that you guys can see the history of what got me to be a video maker here on YouTube, I have unprivated 3 videos on that channel, and I will link them in the description box. Okay? I'm not going to watch them again because I don't want to have my eyes well up with tears, but just so that you know how long ago it was and what it was that brought me here, links in the description box. And Yeah, when I see people using the word cancer to describe anything, I'm not thinking about how some trendy, edgy people want to talk about how social justice warriors sometimes go overboard and think that the best way to protect free speech is to eliminate the free speech of a certain people that they disagree with, and how that thought process is cancerous. You know that that's not what I'm thinking when I hear the word cancer. And that's why I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of calling that cancer, because you know I know that as edgelords they're trying to trigger people, you know, and use words in ways that are taboo and whatnot. But for me, it's not about whether or not the word is taboo. I'm fine with you all using it. I just don't see myself wearing a T-shirt that says "I'm cancer" on the net, given all that I've been through with cancer in my life and the people that I know that have been affected by it. In fact, one of my good friends, Vicky, exiled to you people here on YouTube land, she just went through her first round of chemotherapy and has posted pictures on Facebook. And when I see them, I am taken back to all of the people in my life that have been lost to cancer. When I see the hair falling out, it's very emotional for me, and I'm just not going to join in on this one. Maybe that means that I'm getting old, that I just can't enjoy these new memes that the young hipster edgelords can dish out. But yeah, no. And I didn't wear this hat the whole time because I don't normally wear hats, but I do have my own, Susan G. Komen Hope hat for walking in little light the night parades for lymphoma, with balloons with lights in them, and I've been through so much of that. The whole culture of supporting people who are afflicted with cancer in real life, that I just can't make light of it by using it as shorthand for the stupidity of people who are trying to put forth the idea that free speech can be freer if we silence some people. So yeah, that's why I'm not using cancer or endorsing or displaying cancer as a term like that.